we just can't put it to bed. Caught between fear and shock, taking too long to cut a deal. Get the key to the lock, the blood on your hands is very real. Standing all alone on the sidewalk waiting patiently, calling my phone, but you don't hear from me lately. Standing all alone on the sidewalk waiting patiently, calling my phone, but you don't hear from me lately. Facing ourselves, you know it's all inside your head. Our lives, our help, we just can't put it to bed. Facing ourselves, you know it's all inside your head. Our lives, our help, we just can't put it to bed. Walking in a conscious dream, you don't hear from me. Walking in a conscious dream, no, you don't hear from me. Facing ourselves, you know it's all inside your head. Our lives, our help, we just can't put it to bed. Walking in a conscious dream, you don't hear from me. Walking in a conscious dream, no, you don't hear from me. Facing ourselves, you know it's all inside your head. Our lives, our help, we just can't put it to bed.
Can you feel something coming over the hill? Feeling that we're going down, 'cause if you don't then you will. Getting trendy to be soulless, living through your thumbs, living through the age of, oh, what have we become?
Ilu ilu hotianu hotianu mimi trying hotianu mimi trying dyinu die dyinu die dyinu die dyinu 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 die dyinu die dyinu die dyinu dyinu dyinu. Coralanu, Coralanu, etayam, Coralanu, etayam, dyinu,
All the time that you kept us enslaved, and all the back-breaking labor you gave. Forget your hardened heart, my friend, for goodness sake, 'cause you don't wanna bring on all of these plagues. A few hundred years is quiet enough, and through it all we didn't give up on faith and tradition. You can't stop our mission. We're ready to be moving on to the land of milk and honey. We're not gonna look back. Pharaoh, you should know that our God's gonna smite you with blood and lice and frogs until you free us, 'cause slavery is wrong. You've taken quite a heavy blow, and there are 7 plagues to go. We must embark before you end up in the dark. So if you like the way your kingdom looks, Pharaoh, you should let my people go. And if you're thinking of still holding on, well, Pharaoh, you should let my people go. Gotta go, pack up quickly. Did you hear the new decree? It said we're no longer welcome in Egypt, we're walking free. All of those years laying bricks led us here to this destiny. Part of the plan for the land we were promised. See how like we're crossing the Red Sea, 'cause we travel back, we live our history. Oh, when you believe you're part of the story. Yeah, we crossed the water, but on dry ground, so let's go celebrate this time now. Story. Our story. Story. Yeah, we crossed the water, but on dry ground, so let's go celebrate this time now.
Egyptian cities. We worked hard but prayed to God, and He freed us all. So get ready.
It's Pesach.
Oh man,
There was a burning bush on fire, man. It's Pesach.
big fan.
There's a Pharaoh Jew, God's Iron Man. It's Pesach.
Change fans.
So He took us out of Mitzrayim. It's Pesach.
Let's scram.
So it's bad if you have chametz.
Clean it up.
Kids singing Manishtana. Kids singing Manishtana. Kids singing Manishtana. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to you. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to you. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to you. Seder tonight, we save you a spot. Don't be slaving, just nosh. Hit it. Don't be slaving, just nosh. 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 Hey, oh!
Stop. Say the Kiddush.
Fill 4 cups, Manischewitz in 'em.
Lots of food. No chametz.
Shmulio, start the bench.
Went from Egypt, Sinai, all the way to Judea. We showed up and settled down in the land that we now call Izzy.
A Kaddish.
Or Chatz.
Gonna bless the wine, then wash your hands. Kapas.
Yachad.
meine Steine. Kids singing meine Steine. Kids singing meine Steine. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to ya. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to ya. 'Cause Uptown Passover's coming to ya. Seder tonight and we save your spot. Don't be slaving, just nosh. Get it out. Don't be slaving, just nosh. 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 Hey, hey, oh! Before we eat, let me tell you a little story. He said, let my people go. Let my people go. He said, let my people go. Let my people go. Moses said, let my people go. Let my people go. He said, let my people go. Let my people go. He sent blood and frogs and lice all over their bodies. Wild animals all angry. Livestock disease, now that's nasty. Boils, hellfire, and locusts. Plague of the firstborn and darkness. Seder tonight and we save you spot. Don't be slaving, just nosh. Come on. Don't be slaving, just nosh. 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 Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, say Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, say Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover. No, seriously, what you say? Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, Uptown Passover, say Uptown Passover.
Hey, 6:13, can we get ready for Passover?
What?
Changing my pots and pans, gotta have Manischewitz for my prophet. I got Haggadahs, looking for the hummus, will be munching matzah. Changing my pots and pans, gotta have Manischewitz for my prophet. I got Haggadahs, looking for the hummus, will be munching matzah.
Now, walk into the house, I'm feeling like a big shot. I'm so pumped up, getting ready for the pizza. Unpacking the dishes just as soon as we did lemonade. People like,
Man, that's a real nice Seder plate.
cleaning up, sweeping up, hummus out, matzah in, checking with a feather and a candle for the leavening. In just a couple days, gonna have a big feast. Brisket, liver, lamb, chicken, wine, and the bread of our affliction. But this matzah's 99 cents.
Frogs and pestilence, but locusts, lice, so not so none of that. Dripping some wine out for the pharaoh, cause his junior had to perish. Crossing seas, splitting rocks, no trees. In the desert, 40 years, we're cleaning, leaning, ready, set, mealing.
Next year in Jerusalem, next year in Jerusalem. Now for real, ask El Al, can you fly me to Israel?
Shalom, shalom, my Seder loving fellows.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Said Moses to Pharaoh, oh let my people go, so we can sing this song and eat matzah 8 days long. Said Moses to Pharaoh, oh let my people go, so we can sing this song and eat matzah 8 days long. Changing my pots and pans, gotta have Manischewitz for my prophet. I got Haggadahs, looking for the hummus, will be munching matzah. Changing my pots and pans, gotta have Manischewitz for my prophet. I got Haggadahs, looking for the hummus, will be munching matzah.
Guys, wait a second. Why are we doing this song? There are so many better songs we could be singing. I remember when music used to be good and used to stand for something and mean something. You know, like back in the good old days. Matzah, bright, bright, bright.
holiday candles. Rabbi, we're going to have her say this English, and then we'll sing it. You can do both of them, and then we'll just sing that one. Ya da da 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 ya da ya da ya da.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
It is so wonderful to welcome all of you to Seder this evening. As you are looking around the room and noticing that there are a lot of people here, Andrew could give us the actual number, but it's 120-something people signed up for this evening's Seder. So if you are sitting by people you don't know, I hope that over the course of the evening, you will have a chance to at least start to get to know one another. We are going to begin our Seder, however, with a reading that, true to form, is not in your Haggadah. This is written by Rabbi Evan Schultz. It was never about the 4 children, but about seeing our children for exactly who they are. It was never about the 4 questions, but about living with curiosity. It was never about Dayenu, but about going to sleep affirming that today I was and I am enough. It was never about the matzah, but about acknowledging the profound fragility of life. It was never about the Seder plate, but about recognizing the symbolism in everyday things. It was never about the Magid, but about asking our parents to teach us their stories. It was never about the salt water, but about giving space for our tears. It was never about the plagues, but about recognizing where our broken world needs us most. It was never about the 4 cups, but about embracing life's joys. It was never about the Seder, but about seeking a sense of order in a very chaotic world. It was never about Elijah, but about believing that a better world is still possible. It was never about the Haggadah, but about tradition telling us that we each have a story to write. It was, however, always about the matzo ball soup. We are going to begin with lighting the candles, and Jean is over here to my left, who is going to be lighting. In your Haggadah, we will be on page 4.
Right here. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us by commanding us to light the holiday candles. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive and brought us to this happy moment in our lives.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, במצוותיו. וציוונו להדליק נר, וציוונו להדליק נר, וציוונו להדליק נר של יום טוב.
And on page 5, where it says blessing the children at the top of the page, we are going to take a moment to share blessings with the people you came with the people sitting near you, any of those things. The traditional words are for our children, but I will say that they are truly meant as words of blessing for anybody that you want to share a blessing with. So we're going to give everybody a moment to share blessings with those around them. All right, a couple of, as we continue into the Seder, a couple of things. One is, if you can see me, that way, on that, like just on the other side of the door from where I'm sitting, there is a whole table of coloring sheets, word finds, mazes, and crayons, things like that, for those who would like things to do during the Seder. I will not put an age limit on it. But they are over there. I know some of our smaller folk have already found them. That is over there. If you are not familiar with our building, back towards the door where you first came in from outside, there are restrooms, if that is helpful to you. Okay. All right, we are going to continue on page 6 with the steps of the Seder.
Please sing with us. Kadesh urchatz, karpas yachatz, magid rachza, motzi matzah, paror korech, shulchan orech, tzafun barech, halel nirtzah.
And as the first part is Kadesh, where we sanctify, we make the time holy. So I'm going to invite everyone to fill for your first cup of fruit of the vine. The wine is in bottles that are labeled as wine. The grape juice is in carafes around the table.
And together we're going to continue on page 8. So if you want to join with, please do. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am veromemanu mikol lashon v'kideshanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava moadim l'simcha chagim uzmanim l'sason et yom chag hamatzot hazeh zman cherutenu mikra kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim u'moadei kodshecha b'simcha v'sason hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu והגיענו לזמן הזה.
The next step of Seder is Orchatz, the first hand washing. There is no blessing for this washing, so if you would like to get up and wash your hands, there is a station in this corner. Is there one or are there two? There's two. There's also one over there somewhere. I can't, just kidding, it's over there. It's over that way or over here. The exits are, no. And if you would prefer, this one is very much a symbolic hand washing, so if you would like to symbolically wash your hands at your seat, you can do that too. And I am going to share a short thought with us all while we are washing. What does washing our hands tell us? That bodies are sacred and deserving of care. It is our hands that plant and write, that caress and create, and also our hands that strike and poison and smash. We wash our hands not to absolve ourselves of responsibility, but to affirm the need to make our hands holy. At this season of freedom and rebirth, we consecrate our hands to the task of building freedom for all who suffer. In a moment, we will continue with Karpas. Those who are in the back corner washing, please keep in mind that the washing station that is on this side has no line.
Yes, if you'd like to come over to this side. And in about 35 seconds, we'll continue on with Karpas.
If you would like to start distributing Karpas at your seat, there is parsley in bowls. Everybody should be able to reach parsley or reach someone who can reach the parsley. And there is salt water also nearby, so you can start passing it around and you can dip, but don't eat it until we say the blessing together. Yep.
Okay, so we are going to chant the blessing together as we then dip and eat. The first dipping.
Page 10.
Page 10 in the middle. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'adama.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who creates the fruit of the earth.
We're going to need that.
I know. And you will also notice that there are various, there's a plate of vegetables around also near you somewhere. So we have now said this blessing over the parsley, but it is in fact the same blessing as we would say for the various vegetables that are around the tables. And therefore, as we continue forward with Seder, you are welcome to munch on those veggies as we talk. So, in the middle of our table, there is a cover with three matzot in it. And here it is. Oop. And one under it. Here's the matzah. And I am about to take the middle matzah. This is an important one. I'm going to break the middle matzah. And the big half, hang on, let me put the little half back. I don't have enough hands for this. The big half is now going to be the afikomen. That's right.
How do we know? Because there's a pouch that says afikomen.
So, for those who may want to look for the afikomen later, this is what it looks like. Pink on the front says afikomen in Hebrew. It's white on the back.
Okay.
All right, this is what it looks like. Very important because we can't finish the Seder without it. I'm going to skip this one. All right, we're going to continue into Magid. We are on page 12. I can read it. Yeah, sure. Yep. And we are going to, for certain readings, we're going to pass the microphone around. It will not get to everybody. You're welcome that we do not have 120-something readings to do this evening. But as far as it gets. It is going to be relatively informal. I will say something like, if you have the microphone, will you read this next paragraph? If you are handed the microphone and you don't want to read, pass it on to the next person. That's fine. All right, so on the middle of page 12.
This is the bread of poverty and persecution that our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. As it says in the Torah, 7 days shall you eat matzah, the bread of poverty and persecution, so that you may remember that you were a slave in Egypt. Let all who are hungry come and eat. Let all who are in need come and share the Paschal meal, Pesach meal. This year, we are still here. Next year, in the land of Israel. This year, we are still slaves. Next year, free people.
And please join with me in the Hebrew on the right side of the page, actually the Aramaic, if you will. Halach ma anya di achalu abahatana be'ara de Mitzrayim be'ara de Mitzrayim kol dichvin yete ve'yechol kol ditrich yete ve'yifsach השתה לשנה הבאה בערד ישראל. השתה עבדי לשנה הבאה בני חורין.
So as we turn to page 14, we have the first 4 of many questions. So on that theme, first of all, I'm going to invite anyone who is under B'nai Mitzvah age who would like to join together. No one has to do it alone. But anyone under B'nai Mitzvah age, on the other end from where I am, where Cantor Barash currently is.
Come and join me over here.
All the kids are welcome to go over to Cantor Barash to do the 4 questions together. And as they head in that direction, I'm going to say that the Seder is all
Andrew, you can do
about
it too.
questions. So if you have questions as we go, please ask them. You can ask if you have dinner. You can raise your hand and ask during the Seder. Any of these things are great. We love questions. That is what Seder is about. All right, are all the kids who are planning to participate over there? Does anybody have the words if they need them or want them?
God freed us from there so that God could take us and give us the land that had been promised on oath to our ancestors.
And we're going to sing right to the right of that, Avadim Hayinu. Avadim Hayinu, Hayinu, Ata benechorin, benechorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata benechorin. Avadim Hayinu, Ata benechorin, benechorin. Ata benechorin, benechorin.
The longest Seder, not this one. The 5 rabbis of Bnei Barak. A tale of Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yehoshua, Rabbi Elazar, son of Azariah, Rabbi Akiva, and Rabbi Tarfon. They were reclining at the Seder in Bnei Barak, and they spent the whole night long telling the story of the going out of Egypt, until their pupils came and said to them, "Our masters, it is time to recite the morning Shema." We could go on all night. We're not going to. We're going to continue with the 4 children, page 18. The Torah alludes to 4 children, one wise, one wicked, one simple, one who does not know how to ask. And on page 20, I'm going to invite the next person with the mic to read about the wise child.
What does the wise child say? Am I the narrator and the wise child?
Or you can split it with somebody near you.
Okay. Okay. What are the testimonies, the statutes, and the laws which Adonai our God has commanded you? You must tell some of the laws of Pesach, from the Mishnah, for example. We do not proceed to any afikomen, dessert or after-dinner celebrations, after eating the Pesach lamb.
And will the next person read the wicked child? No judgment on who reads it. It's fine.
I'm the wicked child? I read that? Whatever does this service mean to you?
You can read that whole little section.
The child emphasizes to you and not to himself or herself. Since the child excludes himself or herself from the community and rejects a major principle of faith, you should set that child's teeth on edge and say, "It is because of this that Adonai did for me when I went free from Egypt. Me and not that one. Had that one been there, he or she would not have been redeemed."
Thank you. And then on page 22, the next person is going to read that whole little simple child section.
What does the simple child ask? What is this? And you shall say to that child, "By a mighty hand Adonai brought us out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage."
Thank you. And we got one more. The child who does not know.
What does the simple child ask? As for the child who does not know how to ask, you should prompt him. As it is said, you shall tell your child on that day, saying, "It is because of this that Adonai did for me when I went free from Egypt."
So, thank you. There are lots of ways to consider the 4 children. I'm going to give you another moment in a minute, but I have a modern reading, not in your book, that I'm going to share open-mindedly. Today, the 4 children, hear me out, are a Zionist, a Palestinian solidarity activist, a peacenik, and one who doesn't even know what to dream. The Zionist, what does she say? 2,000 years we dreamed of return. Next year in Jerusalem is now, and hope is the beacon we steer by. The solidarity activist, what do they say? We know the heart of the stranger. To be oppressors is unbearable. Uplift the downtrodden. The peacenik, what does he say? We both love this land, and neither is leaving. We are in this together. Between the river and the sea, 2 peoples must be free. And the one who doesn't know what to even dream, Feed that one, sweet Haroset, a reminder that building a just future has always been our call. All of us are wise. None of us is wicked. We are one people, one family. Not only because history's flames never asked what kind of Jew one might be, but because the dream of collective liberation is our legacy. We need each other in this wilderness. Only together can we build redemption. So we're going to take a moment, and I'm going to invite you with the people sitting near you to have a short conversation about what is the most helpful question, because it is Seder after all, that someone could ask you on your journey, or how the different children might ask, what or how the different children might ask about journeys. And if you would like some additional inspiration, you can see a lot of different artwork about the 4 children between pages 23 and 33. All right. I love the sound of questions, and there will be lots of time to continue asking them as Seder continues. And over dinner, we can continue all of these conversations as well. But in the interest of eventually having dinner, we are going to continue in our Haggadot on page 34. In the beginning, our ancestors were idol worshippers, but now God has brought us near to serve Adonai. Yeah. And we're going to continue on the bottom of page 35.
והיא שעמדה, והיא שעמדה, והיא שעמדה, לאבותינו ולנו, והיא שעמדה, והיא שעמדה, לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, אלא שבכל דור ודור עומדים עלינו לכלותנו, אלא שבכל דור ודור עומדים עלינו לכלותנו, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו מידם, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו מידם.
We are going to continue on page 45. I know that seems like a really big skip. It's a lot of commentaries in those pages, I promise. And I'm going to invite you to make sure that your cup of fruit of the vine is full again. And as we remember the 10 plagues that God brought upon the Egyptians when Pharaoh refused to free the Israelites, we take a moment to think about all of the plagues that continue to exist in our modern world. And so as we spill out a drop of wine or grape juice for each of the 10 plagues that Egypt suffered, we also think about the ones that surround us in our community and in our world. And before we even do that, we are going to do a little bit of plague singing.
So right in the middle of the page is the Pharaoh's frog song. So please sing with me. One morning when Pharaoh woke in his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes, frogs here, frogs there, frogs were jumping everywhere. We're going to do the 10 plagues on page 46. And also, if you find your goldenrod paper, there's a song sheet which says the 10 plagues in Egypt land. So we'll do that right afterwards. So if you want to get that nearby, you should have some packets, or they should be on your tables every 5 or 6 seats. So you can pass those ones out. And we'll start with the 10 plagues. We'll dip our finger.
Page
we'll
46.
Do the Hebrew and then the English.
Dam.
Dam.
Blood.
Svardeya.
Frogs.
Kinim.
Lice.
Aro.
Wild beasts.
Dever.
Cattle plague.
Shchin.
Boils.
Barad.
Hail.
Arbe.
Locusts.
Choshe.
Darkness.
Makat Bechoro.
Death of the firstborn.
If you'll take your goldenrod sheet, and we'll sing together. We'll combine some of these verses together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Blood in the water made the river run wet. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh should have listened to what God said. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Frogs were jumping in Pharaoh's hair. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh didn't like it, but the frogs didn't care. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Creepy, crawly, itchy lice. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Mess with the Holy One, you better think twice. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. Filthy flies so dirty and vile. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Not exactly Pharaoh style. 10 plagues in Egypt land. The cattle and the horses and the oxen died. 10 plagues in Egypt land. I won't give up, old Pharaoh cried. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Boils and blisters on his skin. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Give it up, Pharaoh, you're never gonna win. 10 plagues in Egypt land. The hail rained down from the heavens on high. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Hurt so much made Pharaoh cry. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. The swarms of locusts ate the crops. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Hard-hearted Pharaoh just wouldn't stop. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Dark descended in the light of the day. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Pharaoh was lost, couldn't find his way. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Firstborn, the final blow. 10 plagues in Egypt land. Finally, Pharaoh let the people go. 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plagues in Egypt land. On page 47, we're going to sing Let My People Go, the first stanza and then the third stanza. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, O Pharaoh, let my people go. No more shall they in bondage toil. Let my people go. Let them come out with Egypt's spoil. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell, O Pharaoh, let my people go.
And as we turn the page to Dayenu, we're going to keep singing because we are not part of the Seder. And the verses of Dayenu that we are doing are, as far as everybody I've ever talked to, the only ones that anybody ever does at Seder, even though the song is 4 pages long. So it's the very first one, and then on page 50, the first and third. Shabbat and Torah are the
first
second,
line
third.
and then the fifth line.
So
if you want to hear some of the others, the Maccabees do a really cool Dayenu, and you can hear some other ones. It's like a YouTube video at some point. But here we go. On 48. Ilu hotzi anu mi Mitzrayim hotzi anu mi Mitzrayim Dayenu 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 Dayenu. Page 50, first line. Ilu natan lanu et Shabbat natan lanu et Shabbat Dayenu 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 Dayenu. Fifth line. Ilu natan lanu et Torah natan lanu et Torah Dayenu 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 Dayenu.
we are going to continue. Page 52, looking at the symbols of the Seder plate. Rabban Gamliel used to say, all who have not explained the significance of 3 things during the Pesach Seder have not yet fulfilled their duty. The 3 are the Pesach lamb, the matzah, and the maror. And wherever the microphone has come to a rest, can that person please read why the Pesach lamb? I will point. It's right in front of me.
Why the Pesach lamb? Pesach al-Shumah, the Passover lamb that our ancestors ate in the days of the temple. Why did we used to eat it?
Together, to remind ourselves that God passed over our ancestors' houses in Egypt at this very hour, on this very date. Moshe has already instructed us, when your children ask you, what do you mean by this ceremony? You shall say, it is the Passover offering to Adonai, because God passed over the houses of Israel in Egypt when God struck the Egyptians but saved our houses. And whoever is next, the matzah part, and we'll let you read the whole paragraph on matzah.
Matzah al shum ma. This matzah, why do we eat it? To remind ourselves that even before the dough of our ancestors in Egypt had time to rise and become leavened, the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, revealed Himself and redeemed them. The Torah says, they baked unleavened cakes of the dough that they had taken out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, since they had been driven out of Egypt and could not delay, nor had they prepared any provisions for themselves.
Thank you. And if you pass the microphone, the next person can read us about maror.
Why this maror? Maror ashama. This maror, why do we eat it? To remind ourselves that the Egyptians embittered our ancestors' lives. They embittered their lives with hard labor, with mortar and bricks, construction, with all sorts of field labor, agriculture. Whatever the task, they worked them ruthlessly.
Thank you. And because these are the only things on the Seder plate that the Haggadah tells us we have to explain, is there anything else on the Seder plate that we are wondering about in this moment while we are explaining things?
Everybody can see it.
Not everyone can see the Seder plate, but it's right here. You can see it? Is there anything on there we haven't talked about, Elliot?
I'm colorblind, but I think there's something very orange on the Seder plate.
Oh, wait, Elliot asked about the egg. Does anybody want to explain the egg on the Seder plate? Zoe, you want to come
No, it's to represent spring.
Excellent job. Thank you,
Beautiful.
Zoe. Was there anything else that anybody would like to ask about on the Seder plate? It doesn't have, you don't have to be standing right here to ask about it.
Why did Pharaoh let the people go?
Why did Pharaoh let the people go? Oh my goodness, Elliot, that is a fantastic question. I love the question. Why did Pharaoh eventually let our people go? That is really the story of Passover, right? That Pharaoh said, no, 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 no. And then eventually, after all the plagues, Pharaoh said, I don't want any more plagues. Get out of here. Go. Leave now. How about that? Does that answer your question? Okay. Is there anything else on the Seder plate that we're wondering about? Zoe? The orange. I don't know if everyone can see that there's an orange right in the middle of the Seder plate, but there is. Here's what it looks like. It's literally an orange. That's what it's supposed to be. Why is there an orange on the Seder plate? Here's why. This is from an article that was written by Susanna Heschel. She wrote, at the height of the Jewish feminist movement of the 1980s, inspired by abundant new customs expressing women's viewpoints and experiences, I started placing an orange on the Seder plate. At an early point in the Seder, when stomachs were starting to growl, I asked each person to take a segment of the orange, make the blessing over fruit, and eat the segment in recognition of gay and lesbian Jews and of widows, orphans, Jews who are adopted, and all others who sometimes feel marginalized in the Jewish community. When we eat that orange segment, we spit out the seeds to repudiate homophobia, and we recognize that in a whole orange, each segment sticks together. Oranges are sweet and juicy and remind us of the fruitfulness of gay and lesbian Jews and of the homosociality that has been such an important part of Jewish experience. So there are many, that one, Susanna Heschel is credited with adding the orange to the Seder plate, although over the years there have been many explanations for the orange. That is the one that she wrote, and she is generally credited with starting. That's why we have orange. It represents all of those who may have sometimes felt marginalized within the Jewish community. All right, we're going to continue on page 54. In every generation, one is obligated to see oneself as one who personally went out from Egypt. Just as it says, you shall tell your child on that very day, it's because of this that God did for me when I went out of Egypt.
בכל דור ודור חייב אדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים. בכל דור ודור חייב אדם לראות את עצמו כאילו הוא יצא ממצרים.
We have just completed the Magid, the story that begins with slavery and ends with liberation. We have retold it as our own personal story, and now it is only fitting that we thank God by singing a new song. Therefore, we owe it to God to thank, to sing, to praise and honor, to glorify and bless, to raise up and acclaim the one who has done all these wonders for our ancestors and for us. So we raise our glasses, which we are not drinking from at this moment, but we're raising them. God took us from slavery to freedom, from sorrow to joy, from mourning to festivity, from thick darkness to a great light, from enslavement to redemption. Let us sing before God a new song. Hallelujah.
These are the words on the other side of the page. ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה, ונאמר לפניו שירה חדשה. הללויה, 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 הללויה. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
We are going to continue on the top of page 57 with a little bit more singing.
בצאת ישראל ממצרים, בן יעקב מעם לועס, הייתה יהודה לקדשו, ישראל ממשלותיו, הים רב הינוס, הירדן תסוב לאחור, ההרים רקדו חיילים, גבעות כבני צאן, בצאת ישראל ממצרים, בית יעקב מעם לועס, הייתה יהודה לקודשו, ישראל ממשלותיו, מלכה היה איתנו, הירדן תסוב לאחור, ההרים תרקדו חיילים, גבעות כבני צאן, מלפני אדון, קחו לי ארץ, מלפני אלוה יעקב, ההופכי הצור, אגם מים, חלמיש, למיינו מים. Thank you to our very talented executive director and wonderful singer.
We are now up to the second cup. So we filled it up before we did the plagues and we took out 10 drops, but it should otherwise be relatively full. If not, quickly fill it up. And we are going to turn to page 58 for the second cup.
At the bottom of the page, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
And at the bottom of the page, we see that we are up to also Miriam's cup. And what we are going, Miriam's cup gets filled with water, so I'm going to send it this way, and I'm going to invite people to add some water to it. This one gets water, not juice or wine. Just, you can add a little bit and pass it down. The cup of Elijah, this poem is by Marge Piercy. The cup of Elijah holds wine. The cup of Miriam holds water. Wine is more precious until you have no water. Water that flows in our veins, water that is the stuff of life, for we are made of breath and water, vision and fact. Elijah is the extraordinary. Miriam brings the daily wonders, the joy of a fresh morning like a newly prepared table, a white linen cloth on which nothing has yet been spilled, the descent into the heavy waters of sleep healing us. The scent of baking bread, roasting chicken, fresh herbs, the faces of friends across the table. What sustains us every morning, every evening, the common daily miracles, like the taste of cool water. So hopefully Miriam's cup is basically full or full enough at this point. There is actually no blessing over Miriam's cup. It is simply a recognition of the importance of water and Miriam's role in our people's story in helping to bring that water. We are now on the top of page 59 at the second hand washing. This one does have a blessing. So we are going to take a quick moment, hopefully. If you would like to wash, the washing stations are in the exact same place as they were before.
And there's
over
printed
here
blessing.
and over there. Yes.
And so you can now say the blessing.
Yes. So I'll say the blessing for those who want to wash, and we will do this quickly, and then we'll continue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la la.
The washing station on this side has no line.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
So our last few people are finishing up with their hand washing. We are on page 59. And here we are, ready to perform the mitzvah of eating matzah. So, the cover. And this is the one that comes from the top. Thank you. So we are going to, hopefully everybody can reach some matzah. We're going to say 2 blessings together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah.
Did you want some top matzah? Here you go. Deborah, did you want from the top? No, it's not that good. All right, we got 2 more things before the meal. We're almost there, Andrew. Next is maror. So I'm going to invite you to take some maror, which is also around the various places in front of you. That looks maror-y. That looks like maror. And, sure. And also some charoset, which is also around the tables. And we dip maror in charoset. Often that involves a fork, but if you can do it without a fork, I am impressed and would love to see how that happens. And then we're going to say the blessing together over the maror. Your proportions are up to you. The blessing is on page 60.
We'll say together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror.
And on page 62, we have korech, Hillel's sandwich, which is a piece of matzah and maror and charoset all together, because Hillel, the head of the Sanhedrin, used to bind together the Pesach lamb, the matzah, and the maror into one sandwich. Of course, we are not eating the Pesach lamb this evening, but we do charoset instead. And so it is in memory of Pesach in the temple, as Hillel used to celebrate it, that we combine these ingredients. There is no blessing over it. So when you have all of your ingredients together, feel free to eat them. And with that, we are up to Shulchan Aruch, which is dinner. And so Andrew has instructions, I think, for what comes next.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Appel, Executive Director. Very nice to see everybody. What a lovely group of people here. I can see you're all beginning the eating. So before we eat, I just have about a 25-minute, speech I'd like to give. All right, I don't. But we are going to first, in fact, we're going to first start by passing out kind of family style. We have hard-boiled eggs, and we have gefilte fish that can start heading on out. And I'm going to hand it over to Nicole Masters, who's going to talk a little bit about how the rest of the meal will go. Nicole Masters is our kitchen and event services manager. Here you go.
Thanks, guys. So tonight, a lot of the stuff is actually going to be family style. So the eggs are going to come out, as well as the gefilte fish. Those are going to be placed on each table. So it's one per person or not enough for, because I know gefilte fish is kind of a touchy subject. So at that point in time, if you need more, let me know. And then after we clear that, we're going to bring out the soup. And then we will, after that, when we get on with the rest of the meal, we have a meat station here. And we're probably going to start on this side. Andrew's going to release the tables at a time. And then we're going to start over there. And those are just like extras, yummies. Then we have vegetarian here, meat here. And then a little bit later, after before Afikoman, we're going to do our desserts. So if you have any questions, you can find me in the kitchen. Thanks, guys.
take your big plate. You can start your journey down the aisle of delicious food. Vegetables over here, salad. You can go outside, serve yourselves. Meat, Tracy will serve you at the end. Yes. There'll be a little bit of a line. We'll try to be back to the vegetables, and they'll serve you the meat. And there'll be something over to Oh, of course. Tables 12 and 15, you can feel free to start. Okay, thank you. Pardon? Take your plates. Bring your big plate, please. Someone will be coming to get its food just full.
I want my spoon. Was it good? Go on, Mark.
17, feel fine. Bob has to sit. Tables 5 and 6, feel free to start from there. There's both sides of the line. There's vegetable stuff all there. And there's meat.
The flavor is you better try some. I'm not sure. I'll leave it there. Yeah, I've been fine. Yeah, you do that. Well, no, what I'm saying is you're going to need it for food.
Wound up. 4 different rivals this week. Thank you to our northernmost table. We apologize about that. Hopefully the matzo balls are still like in your gut. Excellent, excellent. Thank you to my northerners here. We'll get you up as quickly as we can. I will tell you when. I hope the soup, you know, the matzo ball in your gut is holding you steady. Good. Really? Well, all the soup, eggs, what else was there? Oh, well, the soup, eggs, the gefilte fish, which was purchased, but all that was done by volunteers. Oh yeah, I saw, right? Yes. Yeah, you never know. So we are through 2 rows and we're about folks, as you finish your soup, if you'd like to start cleaning up, you can as well. Behind. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't seen it. Soon it is. And, oh my goodness. She's recommending to the board that I be let go. You know that last week I brought like broccoli that I had roasted at home and then I put in the air fryer. I did it on Monday when I knew she wouldn't be there. But on Tuesday I had more left and I'm like, where's that broccoli?
How about it?
Table. Head on over there. And 13, come on down. No. You can go help yourself. Bring your large plates. Bring your large plates. Over there. Right there to the end. There's vegetables and a bunch of stuff, then you'll be serving meat at the end.
I just devoured it. Look what happened to the chicken.
There's enough for second. Excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention just for a couple of minutes? Now that you have eaten, most of you. I hope everyone's enjoying everything. Okay. I'd just like to thank this evening has been put together by a whole lot of people, and I just want to thank them while you're enjoying the fruits of their labor. So first of all, Alex Zobacheva, are you here? Alex led all the food prep for items such as soup and eggs and fish and trays and carosis and all that kind of stuff. She worked with a bunch of volunteers to make it happen, and we'll talk about them in a second. So I want to thank Alex. Some of these volunteers were Mike April. Please stand up real quick. Mike made the soup. Andrea Taxman, Rich Masters, Margie Canham, Izzy April Jawart, Nancy Sandler, Michal Tohi, Carol Lemonson, Barbara Friedman. So these are some of the volunteers that helped us with a lot of the food stuff. Also want to thank a big thanks to Jean Lauterbach. Jean, could you please stand for a little or raise your hand? Jean was in charge of seating and table beautification. So it's a lot of work with 128 or so, 25 people. So big thanks to Jean. She's been doing this for 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2. I'd like to thank Bob Brasner, who's streaming to our friends online. Bob, if you could raise your hand right over here. Larry Philibaum, our favorite sound technician, who's helping us out make sure we can be heard. From the staff, I wanted to thank Nicole Masters. Are you here, Nicole? So Nicole really coordinated all the food, all the service. So thank you so much to Nicole. Amelia, helping Nicole and all of us, Amelia Brandolino. There she is. Michael Saldana, raise your hand. Michael Saldana, who runs the building, you know. We'll keep cheering him when he gets back. Crystal Edwards, also one of our custodians who's making it all happen today. And now I'd like to thank also Chef Frankie Sanchez. So Chef Sanchez, we've known for a number of years. We've been connected in a variety of ways through the congregation. Frankie set us up last year. He took care of us with our food last Seder, and this year, it was great last year, and this year I think he really hit it out of the park. So a big thank you to Frankie. Also to Tracy and Laurel, who came with Frankie to help make things happen, so thank you. And now I'd like to do an unvarnished plug. If you're looking for catering, Frankie has a company called The Festive Fork. So he is available for catering services like you've seen tonight, all different styles. Frankie's also working on developing a potential kosher business. So anyway, So there are cards here, and we'll have some more by the exit as well. If you want a card, feel free to come to me or grab a card, and please hire Festive Fork Catering Services.
And I also want to do a big thank you to Andrew, because it doesn't happen otherwise.
So thank you, Rabbi. So everyone enjoy the rest of your dinners. Sorry, puberty. Enjoy the rest of your dinners, and there's dessert as well over here. We'll be coming by to clear your big plates when you're done. Enjoy. Okay, also, Frankie has let me know there's a lot of brisket and chicken left, so feel free, come on down if you can beat me to it.
Okay, we have some entertainment for you right now. While you're eating your dessert, we're going to invite all the kids to come up who would like. They get to stand on the chairs and sing lots of matzah. It's on the blue sheet. I think that's a blue sheet, if you'd like to follow along. And kids, if you would like to sing Lila, Naomi, and Yael, and Zoe. Okay. You want to sing up here? All right, so we are about ready to start. Come on, stand up on the chairs. So you can see there's all kinds of hand movements. You going to come too? Go ahead. I don't know if we have enough. I hope we have enough chair. We might need a couple more chairs. Well, we've got Elijah's chair here. Lila, you want one? Here, Lila, you can stand in the chair. Here? Okay. I think we're good. All right, so here is the song. We're going to cue it up. This is called Lots of Matzah. To search for the Afikomen in just a moment. So this is called the Afikomen Mambo, and I need your help with this, especially with the chorus, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the Afikomen. Every year at Pesach time, we eat the matzah and we drink the wine. We ask for questions one by one. But before the Seder's done, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the Afikomen. We eat charoset and we dip karpas. We tell the story of the Exodus. The bitter earth made my eyes go cross. But when I find the Afikomen, I'm the boss. 'Cause I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the Afikomen. Now you can hide it on the table, hide it in a box. underneath the stairway or inside the kitchen clock. You can put it in your pocket, put it under the TV, but you can't hide the afikomen from me. Now everyone knows the Seder's not done until we taste the afikoman. And when I find it, I'll articulate the terms on which we shall negotiate, 'cause I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the afikoman. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the afikoman.
All right, so I hear that
Thank
some
you all.
people would like to go find the afikomen. Don't go yet. Here
Listen to the
are your
instructions.
rules. Can you hear me? Fantastic. All right, for the children who are looking for the afikomen, your rules are as follows. It is not in the sanctuary. It is not in anybody's office. It is not upstairs or downstairs. It is on this floor of the building, not in an office, not in the sanctuary. And if you are standing in the right place, you don't need to move anything to see it. Don't step on the smaller children. Have a good time.
That would be not fair to second ball. Oh, you're right.
I think it's on. I have the afikomen back. So all of those who helped search for the afikomen, we have, thank you, Jean, for getting prizes. Zoe. Are there other kids who helped search for the afikomen who would like their prize? Isaac? I see you. All right. No, it's more than 25 pounds. I think it's a full dollar. Who said that? Jonathan? Did you get? Did everybody who participated get a prize, Sasha? Since you found it. Okay. Did you guys get a prize? Did you search? I think everybody's gotten their prize. If I missed anybody, come find me. And I think we are pretty close to ready to start the next part of the Seder, I think. Yes. So we get to eat a little bit of afikomen. We are supposed to let the taste of afikomen be our last thing of the evening. The very best dessert that there is. You want to pass it around? You want to pass it down as far as it gets? It goes.
Yummy, yummy afikomen.
I'm going to pass it that way as far as it goes, it goes. It only goes in so many directions. All right, so if you are finished eating, well, if you are not finished eating, then you are welcome to finish up. And we are also, if you have space in front of you, I know that that is hard to come by, but we are working on it, and space is increasing as we speak. We are going to, I know Andrew listed all of the many people involved in making our meal who we said thank you to. We also, of course, want to say a more cosmic thank you to God. So that Birkat Hamazon, the prayer after meals, will begin on, or does begin on page 64. And if your cup of fruit of the vine is empty, I'm going to invite you to fill it for cup number 3.
And we will show you how to navigate through Birkat Hamazon as we go. We're starting on page 64, the first column. Shir hamalot beshuv Adonai et shivat Zion hayinu kechomim az yemale tzchopinu ushonenu rina az yamru ba'goyim higdil Adonai la'asot imela higdil Adonai la'asot imanu hayinu semechim shuvat Allah yelechu v'cho nose meshech hazara bo yavo verina nose alumotav. Top of page 65. Chaverai nevarech.
Yehi Shem Adonai mevarach me'atav yad olam.
Yehi Shem Adonai mevarach me'atav yad olam. Birshut chaverai nevarech Eloheinu shechad mishalot.
Baruch Eloheinu shechad mishalot uvtuvo chayinu.
Baruch Eloheinu shechad mishalot uvtuvo chayinu. Baruch hu Baruch Shemo. Baruch atah Adonai אלוהינו מלך העולם, חזן את העולם כולו בטובה, וכן בחסד וברחמים. הוא נותן לחם לכל בשר, כי לעולם חסדו, ובטובו הגדול. תמיד לא חסר לנו ויעשה לנו מזון לעולם ועד בעבור שמו הגדול, כי הוא חזן ומפרנס להכל ומטיב להכל ומכין מזון לכל בריאותיו אשר ברא. ברוך אתה אדוני חזן את הכל. Page 66, the third paragraph. כך כתוב ואכלת ושבעת וברכת את אדוני אלוהיך על הארץ הטובה אשר נתן לך. ברוך אתה אדוני בונה ורחמה ירושלים. Amen. In the next column, we're on the second paragraph. ובני ירושלים עיר הקודש במהרה בימינו. ברוך אתה אדוני בונה ורחמה ירושלים. Amen. And now we're on the next page, 67 at the top. הרחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא. הרחמן הוא ישלח לנו את אליהו הנביא זכור לטוב. ובעשה לנו ובעשה לנו בשורות טובות, ישועות ונחמות. And now we're going right under the box that says on Shabbat add, to the last line there. Harachaman yanchileni yom shekulo tov. And now we're in the next column, the fourth line. Migdol yeshuot malko v'yosech chesed l'imshicho לדוד ולזרעו עד עולם. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Now the last line above the third cup. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. La 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 ya la 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 hey ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 hey ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Oh my gosh. The word matzah, right? We were just eating matzah. What's the last Hebrew letter of the word matzah? Hey, ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 hey ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Good job, everyone.
And now that your cups are full and we have given thanks for our food, it is time for cup number 3 on page 67.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
And on page 68, we are going to get ready to welcome, or hope to welcome, Elijah. So we need to pour Elijah, there's a cup here somewhere. We need to pour Elijah a cup of something.
Wine, grape juice.
Fruit of the vine for Elijah. Thank you. And I am, what? Sure. We're going to pass it that way. And if you'd like to pour some, Elijah gets fruit of the vine, so you can pour a little bit of what's in front of you into Elijah's cup. And I'm going to invite, who's over there? Laura. I'm going to invite you and those sitting near you to open the door for Elijah, that one.
We're going to sing Eliyahu Hanavi on page 69. Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu hagiladi, bimhera veyamenu yavo elenu, im Mashiach ben David, im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu hanavi, Eliyahu hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu hagiladi.
Now we can see on page 68 that there is, the traditional reading is pour out your wrath. And some of us don't love pouring out wrath. So I have a few slightly different words. Oppression breeds anger, to which we must attend. Once we recited this text out of powerlessness. We asked God to pour forth wrath because we were unable to express our own. In today's world, we enjoy agency to an unprecedented degree. Still, we know that rage unexpressed will fester. We recommit our anger to fueling change so that our wrath may lead to redemption. We also pour out our love in a tradition of showing love alongside anger for those who work with those who are different from themselves, love for those who listen with open minds to opinions they know they will never hold. May all who pour love into the world merit the protection of your peace and rejoice among the joy of all nations. And together we say,
Amen.
Oh, and the doors, thank you for closing the door as well. Yeah, it is Wisconsin in April. And the after dinner part of Seder, it's not just you, it does go quickly. So it is time to make sure you have a full cup. We are not up to drinking the fourth cup yet, but it is already time to fill it up. And we are on page 70.
We're going to do a couple of the Hallel tunes. So if you look the last four lines on page 70, they're in, I think, blue. Yep. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, Yom ana Yisrael, ki le'olam chasto, Yomruna vedaron, ki le'olam chasto, Yomruna yir'e Adonai, ki le'olam chasto. You might be thinking, that tune sounds kind of familiar, and we'll see that in just a moment. So, now we're going to go to the top of the next page, 71. Min ha'metzar karatia, Anani v'merchavia, min ha'metzar karatia, Anani v'merchavia, Anani, Anani, Anani v'merchavia, Anani, Anani, Anani v'merchavia. And now stay in that column. We're going to go 6 lines up from the bottom, and it's indented. It's Eli Ata. So if
The last two bolded lines.
Last two bolded lines. Eli Ata ve'odeka, Elohai aromemeka, Eli Ata ve'odeka, Elohai aromemeka. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto.
We are up to our fourth cup of wine. The top of page 73, we raise our glasses and say the blessing together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Yep.
Now we know that there are 4 cups of fruit of the vine in our Seder. And as with most things, the ancient rabbis disagreed over how many cups of wine there should be in the Seder. Some thought there should be 5. The 5th one being a promise of redemption. And so some places do a 5th cup, some have a 5th cup but do not drink it. So tonight we dedicate a 5th cup to the hopes that seem impossible. Isaac Luria taught that when the world was made, God's infinity was too great to be contained, and creation shattered. The world that we know consists of broken vessels with sparks of God trapped inside. So this cup reminds us of our obligation to find those holy sparks in our broken world and to fix what needs to be mended. So we're not going to all drink it together, but if you have things that seem like impossible hopes, you can think of those things as you say your own blessing over your fruit of the vine tonight or in the future as we work towards fixing those things. And now we are going to the bottom of 73, where it says, on the second night of Pesach only, it is time to begin looking towards our next holiday, which is Shavuot, and counting the Omer.
הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר. Here I am ready to perform the mitzvah counting the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת העומר. היום יום אחד LaOmer. Today is the first day in the counting of the Omer.
There are a lot of traditions, by the way, around counting the Omer, and some people use it as a time to reflect and do some self-examination. We're not going to do it tonight together, I promise. However, when you are leaving this evening and in the coming weeks, you will notice that the bulletin board by the coat room has some new reflective questions across the top side. I don't remember which orientation it ended up going up, but it has some reflective questions going across it that are meant to be either one a week, or you can think about them all at once. You can pick one. But there are some questions, and there are push pins, and there is blank paper. So if you want to do some reflecting, answer one or more of the questions, and put your answer up on the board with or without your name, you are welcome to do so. Can be tonight, can be any time in the coming 7 weeks of counting the Omer between now and Shavuot, which is in the beginning of June.
Okay. We are going to sing a couple more songs, actually a few more songs, 3 more songs, before we conclude the Seder. So the first one is a classic, and that's a tune that we use for Mi Chamocha, and we used it in the Hallel. It's on page 75, and this is the tune, this is the melody and the poem, Adir Hu, which is an acrostic. And so we are going to start with it. Eventually we'll do a couple of verses all together, and please join in. Adir Hu, Ibne Betam Bekarov, Bimhera, Bimhera, Veyamenu Bekarov, Ebene, Ebene, Bene, Vedcha Bekarov, Bachor Hu, Gadol Hu, Dagol Hu, Hador Hu, Vatik Hu, Zakai Hu, Chasid Hu, Tahor Hu, Yachid Hu, Yivne Veta Bekarov, Bimhera, Bimhera, Veyamenu Bekarov, Ebene, 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 Vetcham Bekarov, Kambir Hu, Lamud Hu, Melech Hu, Norah Hu, Sagiv Hu, Izuz Hu, Podeh Hu, Tzadik Hu, Kadosh Hu, Rachum Hu, Shaddai Hu, Takif Hu, Yivne Veta Bekarov, Bimhera, Bimhera, Veyamenu Bekarov, Ebene, 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 Vedcha Bekarov. Beautiful. And now if you'll take the blue sheet that had the lots of matzah on one side. We're going to go to the Who Knows One rap song. Yep. Okay. And again, this is kind of a long song. This is in place of Echad Mi Yodea. Who knows? Echad Mi Yodea. So instead of that, we're going to do the rap. We're going to do the first 5. Then we're going to jump down to 10. And then we're going to jump to 13. So, who knows one? I know one. One is our God. One is our God. One is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 2?
I know 2.
2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 3?
I know 3.
3 are the papas and 2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 4?
I know 4.
4 are the mamas and 3 are the papas and 2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 5?
I know 5.
5 are the books of the Torah, and 4 are the mamas, 3 are the papas, 2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 10?
I know 10.
10 are the holy commandments. And 9 are the months before a baby's born. And 8 are the days before a brit. And 7 are the days of the week. And 6 are the books of the Mishnah. And 5 are the books of the Torah. And 4 are the mamas. 3 are the papas. And 2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. Who knows 13?
I know 13.
13 are the attributes of God, and 12 are the tribes of Yisrael, and 11 are the stars in Joseph's dream, and 10 are the holy commandments, and 9 are the months before a baby's born, and 8 are the days of the week, and 7 are the days of the week, and 7 are the books of the Mishnah, and 5 are the books of the Torah, and 4 are the mamas, 3 are the papas, and 2 are the tablets that Moses brought. One is our God, one is our God, one is our God in the heaven and the earth. Ooh, ah, ah. We're people of the book, the sheet, and I should have been looking at the sheet. That grape juice is really getting to me. All right. All right, so now one more fun song on page 80. We have Chad Gadya, but we have the English version, and this is a lot of fun, and we have some animal sounds to make. Just one kid, them I abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the cat and ate the kid. Them I abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the dog that bit the cat, that ate the kid. Then my abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the stick and hit the dog, then bit the cat, that ate the kid. Then my abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the fire and burned the stick, that hit the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. Then my abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the water and quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that hit the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. Then my abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Along came the ox and drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that hit the dog, that the cat, that ate the kid. Then my abba but for 2 zuzim Chad Gadya. Then came the Holy One, blessed be he, and destroyed the angel of death, that slew the slaughter, that killed the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, woo, that beat the cat, meow, that ate the kid, that my Abba bought for two zoos. Chagadia, Chagadia.
Those are some excellent on-beat sound effects at the last verse. Nicely
Very
done.
good.
We're going to turn to page 85.
Oh my gosh, I think we're almost there.
Concluded is the Pesach Seder, finished down to the last detail with all its laws and customs. As we have been able to conduct this Seder, so may we someday perform it in Jerusalem. Pure One who dwells in the palace, support your congregation, countless in number. May you soon lead the offshoots of your stock, bringing the redeemed to Zion in joy. L'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem.
L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. L'shana haba'a, l'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim.
Thank you so much for coming this evening.
And we did it. We finished by 8:30.
That's right. Is Andrew somewhere? I want to know if he has any announcements or instructions. Any announcements or instructions? Okay, leave everything where it is. Your Haggadah, if it's ours, please bring out to the table out there.
The
and
song
your name
sheets you
tags.
can take with you if you'd like, or if you'd not, bring them also out to the table, please.
Chag
Thank you so
Sameach.
much. Chag Sameach.